This is an informational video about my classroom. So what is a flipped classroom? Well, typically in a traditional class, you would go over review questions, the teacher would lecture on new material, and then you get your homework for that night. Typically, practice problems. In a flipped classroom, more importantly how I run my classroom, is I still go over review questions, and then during the day, we have in-class practice, either with partners, small groups, or online activities. And then for homework, you will have to watch a video and take notes. And then you will also be submitting a Google form to show that you have actually watched the video. So the benefits, I've been doing this for 2 years and I found that once students have given it a chance, they really enjoy it. The frustrations or things that can be hard with your typical classroom is how much homework problems you have. And then if you get stuck, you kind of just stop because you don't know exactly what to do. So instead of doing it all the wrong way, you think, I'm just going to stop. And it's hard to find help at home because a lot of the adults in a kid's life do not have math on a regular basis, so they haven't had it that often. So one of the things that's great about a flipped classroom is you'll have a lot more one-on-one time with me, and you also will be working with your peers a lot more. So then you can bounce off ideas with students around you. In class, we will start with bell work or review problems either from the night before or questions that you should know. And then I will explain the day's activity. There's multiple different things that we will be doing during the day. It's never going to be the exact same thing. And then you'll hand in your work at the end of the day. With change, a lot of people have a lot of questions. There's a lot of misconceptions with the flipped classroom. The first and biggest one would be that students teach themselves, which is not the case. The student goes home and does the primary work. It's kind of like a marathon. All runners start at the starting line, but they don't all finish at the same spot. That's why a flipped classroom helps students reach the finish line at a different pace. What's the teacher doing during this time? The teacher's just sitting at their desk? This is not the case. I am walking around the room constantly, making sure students are on task, making sure that if students have questions, they get addressed, and making sure that students are actively learning. If the students are just doing book work, why do they have to have a flipped classroom? Well, like I've said before, we do not just do book work. We might do practice problems from the book, but we also do different activities, and we will also be doing group work. A lot of people have said to me, well, you're the teacher. You should be doing the teaching. Well, I do, but in a different way. I will always be recording the videos in some sort of format. Just in this video alone, there's 3 different ways that I have recorded to make this video. I will not be finding different videos online that can help the student, even though there are multiple videos out there. They will be hearing my voice so they can make that connection. So how will this work? You will have to go to the New Prague Moodle website. You would have to go into your username and password. You would click on high school, and then you would go to my name, Frykman Angie, and you would click on your designated class. For this case, we'll just say it's geometry. Here you will find any homework that will be due. And here's a link to how this will work. You'll click the link and it will bring you to a Google form, which you might have to sign in to your Google account. You'll watch this video and take notes as you watch the video. Once you're done watching the video, you will put your first name, last name, the hour you have me, and answer any questions that you have down below. Now the questions will pertain directly to the video itself. These questions right here were questions that were examples in the video. So it's very important that you watch the video carefully and then you submit your answers, and I will receive that information. Then you are done with your homework for that night. Then in class, a typical day, you will start with bell work, and this will be on problems from the unit or previous units, and it will include some review problems from the last night's video. And then I will explain the day activity. Then you'll hand in your work at the end of the day, and I will give you your next homework. And that is how I will run my flipped classroom.